Hello again, vinyl community, and anyone else watching this. I'm back this time with a thrift store finds video. As always, I hope everybody out there is doing well and all of that sort of thing. Turn this down a little bit. And I'm going to get right to it. I've got a lot more than I thought I had to show. So I'm just going to show things very, very quickly. Do it in about the order I bought them in. Something like that. Today I picked up 3 45s. That was it. But they're all in really nice shape. The Monkeys Valerie, backed with Tapioca Tundra. Barry McGuire's Eve of Destruction, backed with What Exactly is the Matter with Me. And guy I know walked in who does this for a living, thrifts for a living basically, or at least part of his living. So you found a Beetle 45? Hey Jude, it's not like the most it's not like the rarest Beetle 45, of course Revolution on the flip. But the reason I bought this is they are in actually really nice shape. The sleeves aren't, unfortunately, but the records are. This is my nicest Hey Jude in my collection easily, and I probably have 5 or 6 of them. But so some nice stuff there. Found this the other day. Thought it was interesting enough to pick up. Glenn Miller and his Orchestra limited edition. It's a book of greatest hits 45s. There's actually a book in here with pictures and a lot of information and all of that kind of stuff. It's all in a spiral, as you can see. And I'll just show you one of the 45s. There's 14 records in here. And they're all EPs, so there's 4 songs on each EP on RCA records. They're all in really nice shape. And it's kind of doomy for Glenn Miller, really. And again, it's a little yellowed, but the book itself is in pretty nice shape. And all the records are here. They're all 14 of them. They're all in very nice shape. And it was like $3, I think. So, picked it up. Glenn Miller. Okay. Now, not the other day, Saturday, Friday, I can't remember. Picked this up in the next few, and then it'll go back from there. It's called The Modern Popular Songs of China. I have no idea what this is, but it's in really nice shape. It's definitely a Chinese record. It's definitely old-ish anyway. Probably from the 60s. It's got the original plastic sleeve. There's the label. No idea what's on it. Everything's in Chinese. Really nice pressing. It looks like it's nice. I mean, really nice condition. Everything on this is really, really nice. So again, 29 cents is what most records are at this place. So I picked that up. And now, a while ago, they had all these Chinese records. They were box sets of movies songs from films. And it was like 10 or 12 of them. They wanted $3 a piece. And the reason I didn't buy them, they're all minty. They all came with hardcover books. I mean, really cool. But one record a piece, and they're all this thick. And by the time you bought them all, you're looking at this many records. And I was just like, I don't have room for that. And if they were 29 cents, I might have bought them. But that kind of money for just to try to find a place for them, I didn't. But that sort of thing I will. Marvin Hamlish, The Entertainer. Now this was a huge hit when I was growing up. It's from The Sting, of course. This is the version from The Sting. And that song and a bunch of other things around here, including, I think he does at least one, I think he does a couple covers, but maybe it is All Ragtime. It is All Ragtime. There's Marvin Hamlish right there on RCA Records, I think. No, MCA Records. And so never see this. Really nice shape. It is a cup, but other than that, so I picked that up. My first ever Marvin Hamlish record. The Spectacular Sound of 4-Channel Stereo in quad. It's my nod to Chris over at Dixieland Farms. on Columbia Special Products. It's just a various artists LP sampler. Barbara Streisand's on there. Well, Santana, Ray Conniff, Andy Williams, Janis Joplin, me and Bobby McGee, and Quad. So that's kind of cool. It's on the Columbia Special Products label. So that was interesting. I'm not going nearly fast enough. The legendary Stanley Brothers. Picked this up. They had a couple more of these today, but I just wasn't that interested. This is volume 1. I used to see these. There used to be a record store in Dayton, Ohio at one of the flea markets. It was like in this cage. Now all they did was bluegrass records, and it was a huge store. And this kind of stuff used to go for a lot of money then. So on this Rebel Records, these things are really nice. This cover's split on top, but other than that, as I'm splitting the sleeve, trying to get it back in here. I don't know why I can't get this bit. That's why. The bottom's split. Old records, you gotta love them, right? I'm trying to do this quick, and come on. Alright. Legendary Stanley Brothers. Anyway, that's volume 1. And there is an original insert in here as well, which you can get shirts. Which is kind of interesting. So anyway, 29 cents. Again, minty except for that split in the cover. This one's got none of that. It is a cutout though. Volume 2 of the same thing. If you're happy and you know it, sing along with Bob. Bob from Sesame Street. You're not on Sesame Street Records. Does about 1 billion songs on here. And the reason I bought it, and this comes with an original insert card kind of thing. And it's on Kids Records. There's the original inner sleeve. And the reason I bought it is it's just minty. And how often do you see kids records that are unplayed? It's either really bad, or the kid really took care of it. This is volume 2, by the way. Bob sang songs one other time. Sons of the Pioneers, Lucky You Ranch radio broadcast. This is a 2-record set. Again, it's on that Rebel Records label. At least I think it is. Maybe I'm wrong here. Again, really nice shape. So I picked it up. Oh, this one's on Jet 2 Records. So, the heck. And Sons of the Pioneers, same label. This one's just a single. Again, they had more Sons of the Pioneers today, but I let them go today. Gatefold, not much, just information. Legendary Queen of Country Music, Kitty Wells. Picked this up again just because it is an immaculate shape, nice. It's on Imperial House Records. If anybody remembers what those were, those we bought from television. Kitty Wells. Hank Williams Jr. and the Cheatin' Hearts, Just Pickin', No Singing. This one's in really nice shape, so I picked it up. I like Hank Williams Jr., especially his early stuff on MGM. Again, just, it's going to be bluegrassy kind of stuff. And Songs My Father Left Me, Hank Williams Jr. Kind of what Jack White did with and a bunch of other people from Hank Williams' notebooks. This is poems that Hank Williams wrote that his son put to music. There's a track listing. And Hank Williams Sr. and Hank Williams Jr. Before Nat King Cole did it with Natalie Cole, and before the Beatles did it with John. Here's father and son teaming up. Electronically somehow. who knows how they did it back then. But there's your track listing. Should be interesting anyway. And Warm and Woolly, Cheb Woolly. Love the cover on this one. This is the Purple People Eater guy later, probably doing more countryish type stuff. It's produced by the great Jack Clement. It is a DJ copy, and it is a promo label DJ copy, not white label, but yellow label, special disc jockey record. So very cool to have that. In a Big Land, Cheb Woolly. Another one. Again, his country career. This is what the standard MGM label looks like. If that one wasn't a promo, would have looked like that. John Wayne, America. Why I love her. Had to pick it up. The record's in nice shape. Cover's a little bit worn, but should be an interesting, inspiring listen. Marty Robbins, Long, Long Ago. This album is largely, but not wholly, unreleased stuff that came out after Marty died, and mostly early stuff from the 50s and early 60s. There are a few previously released tracks on it. It is a gatefold, 2-record set on MCA Records. I believe it's MCA. Maybe it's Columbia. I can't remember what label he was on at this point. It is Columbia. And again, immaculate, and that's why I bought it. But just an interesting compilation I'd never seen before of a lot of previously unreleased Marty Robbins stuff. Stars on 45 3 by Star Sound. I don't know if this is the original guys or what. This is a British, it's on CBS Records, a British import, what do you call it, 12-inch single with the Star Wars theme on side B, and all of these songs on side A. So, had to pick that up. Don't have this in my collection. I was very glad to find it for 29 cents. The Everly Brothers, EB84. They're, I believe it's their first album when they got back together. Paul McCartney's On the Wings of a Nightingale are on it. It does have the original sleeve. So I'm very happy to have that. The Boulevard Ripoff, 10 favorite all-time heavies. Boulevard Watches put this out apparently on Columbia Special Products. And it's got, well, you can read for yourself, some interesting songs on here. Again, it was in really nice shape. So, picked it up on the Columbia Special Products label. Might be into the 3 for $1 now, but for 29 cents, 3 for $1, who cares? Fast, Fast, Fast Relief from TV commercials. This is going to be some sort of a comedy album where they're spoofing TV commercials. Very nice shape. Interesting. Never seen it before. And I just love the cover. The cover is just so cool. Really, really nice shape. Very happy to have this. And Russian Roulette and other bulletproof gags. I got a feeling the same guy may be behind both of these records. Bob Prescott presents this one. Whoever he is. Did Bob Prescott present this one? Nope, John C. Ferris. Sound effects by Bob Prescott, though. I generally stay away from these, but this one was in such nice shape. Home movie sound effects. It's just a sound effects record. In really, really nice shape. Like I said, there's a label, and the same labels on the other two as well. Audio Fidelity Records. 9 top artists on their 90th anniversary. I don't know whose 90th anniversary. But, again, pick this up just because it's in really nice shape. And I think there was somebody, J.P. Morgan's on here, which I find interesting. Guess that? J.P. Morgan from The Gong Show. Oh, I know why I picked this up. Aha, aha, aha. Montgomery Ward's put this out. It's their 90th anniversary. That would be why I bought it. It's in really nice shape on red vinyl. I knew there had to be a reason I picked this up. So, very cool for that. Oldsmobile spotlights the new stars in action. And I bought this because I think Anne Margaret's on it. And, oh, Dick Shorey's on it too. I don't have much Dick Shorey. I like Dick Shorey, actually. So, there you go. This is just in such nice shape, and why wouldn't you buy this? The original motion picture soundtrack to Funny Face on Verve Records. You've got Audrey Hepburn singing on this. So, I mean, why wouldn't you pick this up? It's a gatefold, nice glossy cover. There's Audrey at the mic. Just Fred Astaire and Audrey singing most of the songs, and just cool on Verve again. I mean, this time, I mean, you guys are making comments about you can't believe what I find at thrift stores. This time, now today I found almost nothing, but the last couple of times I've been finding really good stuff. Another soundtrack, original motion picture soundtrack to Say One For Me, Bing Crosby. And again, I just couldn't pass it up. It's in such nice shape. Debbie Reynolds, Robert Wagner, and Bing Crosby. I hope Robert Wagner doesn't sing. This is a Columbia 6i. So, very happy to have that. Sir Laurence Olivier does the Christmas Carol. This is on reflective sort of blue foil. Again, really nice shape. And it's on my favorite record label, which is the main reason I bought it, Spinorama. I just love this label for some reason. It's, I mean, records are terrible, but, and this thing is minty, minty, minty as well. Very happy to have that. This is a French import, Josephine Baker, sort of the best of Josephine Baker, who was 20s and 30s adult entertainer. And it's old. It's got the flip backs on the back, and it is on EMI. Columbia is the label. And very cool to have that. Edie Adams, Behind Those Swinging Doors. My favorite podcast besides my own is called An Evening at the Buddy's Lounge, and he plays a lot of Edie Adams, and I have nothing. So I found this, picked it up, has some good songs on it, Bill Bailey, Frankie and Johnny. So it's on Decca, really nice shape. Picked that up, very, very happy to have it. I may have this, but this would be an upgrade if I do. Pro Bailey for adult listening. She did a few of these, and there's nothing that you couldn't play on the radio today on these. Just basically music for grown-ups on the Mercury Wing label. I may have this, but this would be probably nicer than the one I have if I do. The Happy Hits, Dick Shorey. Really nice copy. Trying to see if it is stereo. It's got an original inner sleeve on RCA Victor. So, very cool to have that. Swing and Sound, Columbia Special Products. A lot of interesting people on here, including Miles Davis and Dave Brubeck, which is probably why I bought it. Interesting. Again, just in such nice shape. It's hard for me to leave things there when they're so nice and interesting. Roy Hamilton's on that. I know I have this, but this is definitely an upgrade. This thing looks brand new. Alley Cat by Bat Fabric and his piano, of course. Everybody knows Alley Cat. So, there you go. Let me start this. I'll flip it over. Give me just a second here. I knew I was going to go long on this. There are a lot of easy. I got a lot of stuff. Mancini plays the great Academy Award songs. I like Mancini. And Moon River, his version of Moon River, and Que Sera's on here, and Zippy Doo Dah. It's on RCA. You guys know what RCA looks like. And John Kirshner's Rock Power, Still in Shrink. This is a Ronco album from the early 70s. But it's on Columbia Special Products as well, which is kind of weird. But there's the label, everything all crammed onto your Ronco Records label. But they did get most of this stuff from Columbia. It's got Alice Cooper, Steppenwolf, The Spinners, 5-man electrical band, Faces, Procol Harum, all kinds of interesting stuff on here. Early Ronco album. Go-Go's Beauty and the Beat. I have a 108 gram reissue on pink vinyl, but I do not own the original. Sold for 29 cents. Now I do. Of course, it's on the custom Go-Go's label. IRS Records, 1982, I think. Share. That's all it's called. It's a 2-record sort of greatest hits record. And you can't really see much because it's really dark. But it's got pretty much, it's got some Cher and a lot of Sonny and Cher on it. And in decent shape. And a lot of songs that I don't have on it. On United Artists. Which is, they weren't on United Artists. They were on Echo. So, I don't know. But it's got early stuff. Girl Don't Come, All I Really Want to Do, Needles and Pins, Blowing in the Wind. And You Better Sit Down, Kids, which is a song my brother really loves. Anyway, Share, 2-record set. Again, for $1.29. Don Gibson, Look Who's Blue. Bob Gibson is a fantastic songwriter. Wrote tons of songs that you know, including I've Been Everywhere. And this one's going to be, I guess, a down album for him. Get really nice shape here on just RCA Records. I haven't seen this album in years and years and years, so I picked it up. The night the lights went out in Georgia, Vicki Lawrence, her big hit. And She Just Killing Me Softly on here. Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. And the other reason I picked it up is I kind of collect things on Bell as well, and it is on Bell Records. And of course, Vicki Lawrence would go on after this to the Carol Burnett show. And then Mama's Family. Oh, she's already on the Carol Burnett show, because look, there she is on the Carol Burnett show. David Soul. I do not have this album. Had to get it. It's got his big hit on it, Don't Give Up on Us. I'm trying to think if there's, it seemed like there was a cover. Ready for Hollywood. What the heck? So, David Soul, Starsky and Hutch fame. I had this a long, long time ago. Greatest Stars, Greatest Tunes, 24 Looney Tunes by K-Tel. And a lot of these aren't the originals. Some of them I liked better than the originals. And a lot of them are the originals. But not all of them. Some are, some aren't. But I do collect K-Tel records as well. And again, you just don't find this in very nice shape. And this isn't minty, but it's decent. So, very happy to have this. This was a really good find. I found for 29 cents. Steelers Wheel, Fergusley Park. This is the one with Star on it, their second LP. Jerry Rafferty and Joe Egan in this band on A&M Records. Well, you all know what the A&M thing is. There's the original inner sleeve. This was, and I have a copy that way too, this was re-released on Pickwick. But this is, and I have that, and I have an original that was sealed. But for 29 cents, I can't let this sit there. Fergusley Park. Two more here. Still in shrink. It is a cutout, but First Class. the song Beach Baby, Beach Baby there in the sand. That song, and it's got Tony Burrows in it. Burrows. He was an English guy. This was an English group, but they weren't real. Tony Burrows, in fact, sang, had 4 top 10 hits, all one-hit wonders. So he is in the Guinness Book of World Records, and it's this guy right here, as being the most popular #1 hit guy. He has more, not #1, one-hit wonder guys of anybody. Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes, that's him. He sings on United We Stand, Brotherhood of Man, and Give Me That Thing, the Pipkins. I think there's 5 of them, actually. I'm missing one. There's 5 or 6. There's a lot of songs that this guy sings, and the group's never had another hit. So he's got 5 or 6 or 4 at least, top 10 hits with different bands. Last but not least, held accountable, Joe English. Joe English was the drummer for Wings from 75 to 76. That's Joe there. And cover's not the best on this, but the record's in nice shape. And this is probably a Christian record. It's on Refuge Records. And Joe, after he left Wings, went and formed a band and did sort of Christian music, and that's why he left Wings. He didn't feel he was being a good Christian. And I have a friend, Mike. I haven't seen him in years and years and years, but he went to a wedding once in the late 80s, and Joe English was the band at the wedding, and he'd met Joe English. I was like, holy cow, that's really cool. But there you go, Joe English. And that does do it for my thrift store finds. I hope you got through all of that. Hope everybody out there is well and staying warm. Check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. And I'll get this up as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys soon. And I'll be watching your videos as soon as I got internet again. Take care, everybody. Bye.